following through on another promise. As stiff economic sanctions against Iran officially go into place, Iranian President Hassan Rouhani slamming President Trump for the move. The president also warning that there will be further penalties coming in November, while taking aim at our European allies still supporting the nuke deal. Senator Lindsey Graham standing side by side with Trump on this issue.
What is it about the Ayatollah that you like? Why do you stand with him and against the people he's oppressing? Why do you want to give a man more money who's taken the money you've already given him to build a war machine to dismember the Mideast? Do you think he's kidding when he says death to Israel? To the Europeans, you need to get with the Iranian people and get behind Trump to break this regime's back before it's too late.
I'm joined now by Nile Gardiner, director of the Margaret Thatcher Center for Freedom at the Heritage Foundation. Nile, great to have you on the program this morning.
Great to be here. Thank you.
First of all, respond to the message that Lindsey Graham is sending there. It's a very strong one, and he is standing side by side with the president on this issue.
Well, I think Senator Lindsey Graham was absolutely right with his message there, that the United States is leading on this issue. European allies have a clear choice whether they stand with the United States and the free world or whether they stand with the Iranian regime. They have to decide here, and President Trump is absolutely right to be enforcing these new sanctions. There's going to be a second wave of sanctions in November, applying tremendous pressure on the Iranian regime. This is absolutely the right approach to take towards a brutal, tyrannical dictatorship in Iran.
So these reimposed sanctions went into effect at midnight. Some say that the effects of them we could already see. But what effect truly do they have on Iran?
Well, I think these early sanctions are going to be certainly highly effective. So it makes it impossible, for example, for the Iranian regime to purchase U.S. banknotes. It impacts their trade in gold, for example, automotives, the airline industry, also in terms of steel, aluminium trade as well. And so I think these are very wide-ranging sanctions, but it's the first wave. The second wave, which targets Iran's oil and energy sectors, come in November. But the total overall result of these sanctions will be absolutely devastating for the Iranian regime, and will certainly apply tremendous pressure on Tehran to change its barbaric behavior.
Rouhani's response, for his part, condemning the actions on the part of the United States and calling this move psychological warfare. What do you think of Iran's response to this?
Well, it's the usual, pathetic saber rattling from the Iranian regime. The reality is this is a greatly weakened regime. Its economy is rapidly declining. Its currency has lost over 50% of its value. Unemployment is soaring. There are mass protests on the streets of Iranian cities. This is a regime that is declining in power and influence. And the United States' approach right now is applying tremendous pressure upon this dictatorship to change its activities. And I think without a doubt, the United States is sending the right message to the world. We have to confront the world's biggest state sponsor of international terror. That, of course, remains hell-bent upon acquiring nuclear weapons capability as well. We have to stop this regime in its tracks, and these sanctions, I think, will be a vital step towards that.
So the Trump administration now, I hear you,